You're not imagining it. Your money really is worth less. Every time you swipe your card, you're paying a hidden tax nobody voted for. It has a name. It's called inflation. And if you don't understand it, it will slowly steal your future. Imagine this. You work hard, you wake up early, you grind, you get your paycheck. But somehow, at the end of the month, there's less left than last year. Your rent went up, your groceries went up, your insurance went up. Even your favorite cheap meal isn't so cheap anymore. You didn't change. Your lifestyle didn't get fancier. But everything costs more. That's not an accident. That's inflation. And it's one of the biggest reasons why so many people feel stuck, even when they're doing everything right. Inflation is when prices rise over time, which means your money buys less. It's not just numbers on a news report. It's your life getting more expensive while your paycheck struggles to catch up. Think of your money like ice. If you leave it in the sun, it doesn't suddenly vanish. It just melts, bit by bit, until one day you look down and realize you're holding a puddle. That's what inflation does to your savings. If you keep your money in cash for years, you're watching it melt in the sun. You might be wondering, why does everything feel so much worse lately? Because inflation is not just one thing. It's a mix of forces working together. First, too many people chasing too few goods. When demand is high and supply is low, prices rise. That's basic economics. But it plays out in your real life. Fewer houses than buyers. Rents go up. Fewer cars than buyers. Prices go up. Fewer basic goods than people who need them. Everything in your cart costs more. Second, costs are going up for businesses. Energy prices rise. Shipping costs rise. Raw materials cost more. Businesses don't just absorb that. They pass it on to you. That's why your coffee, your bread, your gas, your bills all creep higher. Third, wages are not rising fast enough. Yes, some people got raises. But for many, paychecks are not keeping pace with the price of living. So you're running faster just to stay in the same place. And fourth, governments and central banks have been printing money to keep the system alive. More money in the system can help in a crisis. But if it's not matched by real growth, it ends up pushing prices higher. None of that is your fault. But the consequences? You feel them in your wallet. Every time you check out at the store. Every time you renew a bill. Every time you think, wait, this used to cost less. For years, we were told, just work hard, save money, don't take risks, keep your head down. But here's the brutal truth. If you only save cash, inflation will eat your future. You can do everything you were taught, still end up behind. Because the rules changed, and nobody updated the instruction manual. The people who get ahead are not the ones who just save. They're the ones who understand how money actually works. They put their money into things that can grow. Assets, skills, businesses, investments. Not just a savings account that loses value every year. Let's get real for a second. A savings account might feel safe, but if inflation is higher than your interest rate, you are losing money in real terms. You see the number go up, but what that number can buy, that's going down. That's why rich people don't just stack cash. They stack assets, things that can rise with inflation instead of being crushed by it. This is the part that makes me angry. Inflation does not hit everyone equally. If you're rich, you probably own assets, stocks, real estate, businesses. When prices go up, those assets often go up too. So the rich can actually benefit from inflation. Their wealth grows while everyone else is stressed about grocery bills. But if you're working class or middle class, you mostly have cash and bills. Your biggest asset is your paycheck. And your paycheck rarely keeps up with rising prices. So you get squeezed from both sides. Your income can't catch up. Your expenses keep climbing. That's why inflation feels like a silent tax on the people who can least afford it. And the worst part? Most people never even learn the name of the thing that's stealing from them. They just feel tired. They feel behind. They feel like they're doing something wrong, when in reality, they're playing a game with hidden rules. Here's the good news. You are not powerless. You cannot stop inflation. But you can stop letting it destroy your future. Start with these moves. First, stop treating cash like an investment. Cash is for emergencies and short-term needs, not for long-term wealth. If your money sits in cash for years, Inflation will quietly steal from you. You need a safety net, yes. But beyond that, your money needs to work. Second, invest in assets that can grow. This could be low-cost index funds, real estate if it makes sense for you, a side business, or skills that increase your income. You don't need to get rich tomorrow. You just need your money to grow faster than prices. Even a modest return that beats inflation over time can change your life. It's not about gambling. It's about positioning. Put your money where it has a chance to grow instead of slowly rot. Third, increase your income. The strongest shield against inflation is a bigger income. Learn high-value skills. Build multiple income streams. Turn your knowledge into something that pays you. Maybe that's a side hustle. Maybe that's freelancing. Maybe that's starting a small online business. Maybe that's leveling up at your job so you can command a higher salary. However you do it, the goal is the same. Make your income less dependent on one paycheck and more tied to your skills and value. Fourth, control lifestyle inflation. When you start earning more, it's tempting to upgrade everything. Bigger apartment, newer car, fancier lifestyle. But if your lifestyle rises as fast as your income, you're still stuck. You're just running on a bigger treadmill. Let your money grow first. Then upgrade your life on your terms. That's how you go from surviving to building. Fifth, educate yourself about money. Not the flashy, get-rich-quick stuff. Real, boring, powerful knowledge. How inflation works, how investing works, how taxes work, how to read your own financial situation without panic. The more you understand, the less you can be manipulated by fear, and the better decisions you'll make when it matters. If this video hit home, you're not alone. Millions of people are tired of feeling like they're running in place. They're tired of working hard and still feeling behind. They're tired of prices going up while their bank account barely moves. On this channel, Becoming Rich and Wealthy, we talk about the stuff they don't teach you in school. How money actually works, how to build real wealth, how to protect yourself from inflation, taxes, and bad financial advice. No gimmicks, no fake promises, just clear practical strategies you can actually use. If you want to stop watching your money disappear and start building something that lasts, do this. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications. Because every week we drop new videos to help you take control of your finances and move closer to real freedom. This is not about getting rich quick. It's about getting rich on purpose. It's about understanding the game so you can play it on your terms. It's about building a life where money is a tool, not a source of constant stress. Inflation is real. It's happening. And it's not slowing down. But you don't have to be a victim. You can learn the rules, play the game, and build a future where your money works for you. Not the other way around. You can be the person who looks back in 10 years and says, "That was the moment I stopped letting inflation steal from me. That was the moment I started building." If you're ready for that, you're in the right place. Welcome to Becoming Rich and Wealthy. Let's get to work.